Good morning. I am Dr. Kavitha, working as an associate professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department, PSR Engineering College. Today we are going to talk about first unit, blockchain, introduction to blockchain. Okay. So how the blockchain era have been developed. Now we are going to see here. In this history of blockchain, first it starts in the year 2008. How it is started means it is in the way of ledger. So early days people maintained a ledger concept. So whoever we are doing transfer the amount, it will be maintained in a hard copy. Then it is transferred as a databases, and then it is now presently we are having a distributed ledger. So it is developed in the year 2008. So it is the blockchain mainly offers a giving more security and immutability, cannot be changed anyone, and then open traceability and transparency across a distributed network. So whoever wants to see, they can able to see the process, what is the transaction is going to happen. So I gave some diagram for the distributed ledger, and decentralization shows a distributed ledger, and the right diagram shows a decentralized ledger. So distributed ledger means, so a node A wants to transfer the information to the node C, it is possible. As well as in the decentralization means, they are having the without server, how the node is data is going to be transferred from Alice to Bob. And then blockchain, how the blockchain is created. It is one of the type of database, as well as it is a public ledger. So anyone can see, if I am transferring the amount to my friend, nearby next friend also can able to see how much amount I transferred to him. So that is possible, public, anyone can see the ledger. And then it is a distributed one. So it is throughout all the networks it is connected. And then peer-to-peer connections, no central server, client server connections, it is a peer-to-peer network connections. It is made up of data blocks, and then it is linked together to form a continuous chain. So I created one block means I can add it to the corresponding block, and the data will be sent to the corresponding persons. And then the order, in the chain we are putting in sequential order only and are permanent. So if I want to transfer the amount once again to the same person, I can take the same blockchain and I can transfer the once again the amount to them. So the blocks which you have created is a permanent one, as well as tamper proof. Already I told, tamper proof is all knows your information. And then the record first which you are creating in the blockchain is called as a Genesis block. So here how the blockchain is created. It is done with 5 main criteria things. One is by using encryption, and then by immutability, tokenization, decentralization, and by using distribution. So the blockchains are created by using the alphanumeric. So we can represent it as a string also. It has a hash. We are creating a hash values. So with the timestamp. So whatever the block you are created, the block is added to the chain sequentially. Okay, we have created the block. Some one person have to be authorized it. So we are going for the computational process that is called as separate mechanism consensus. So that is for authentication we are using it. After that, then in the copies is maintained in the distributed ledger also. So we are going to see about how the generation of the blockchain taken place. So the blockchain have been introduced in the year of 1979 to 2007. There is a block creation have been done. So first they started with the Merkle tree. So Merkle tree is a public key distribution, and along with the digital signatures, they developed this tree authentication. So here if you see, these are the Merkle tree. So we are following the data structure like parent and child. So parent will be there, and then left, right. So these are the box which will be indicating the derivable value from proof, and we are going to give the proof for all those things, the red color shows. So the block will be created along with the hash values. The next system developed by the David Chum. So he derived about the wallet system for establishing, maintaining and trusting the computer systems. After then, in 1991, they started some time stamping digital documents. Then after some 2 years next, they developed the peer-to-peer networks. So peer-to-peer networks means, so there is a connection will be done between the 4 persons here. If you have seen, there is no centralized person. So whom we want to transfer the amount, we can transfer directly. That's a thing of peer-to-peer network. So next, once the thing have been done, proof of work needs to be done to verify our computational effect, and cipher attack is detecting that concept is taken place in the proof of work. So if the message wants anything I want to convey, so what I need to do between the Alice and Bob, if I want to transfer, the message is sent. Along with this, hash value have been generated. So it will be sent to the other person. So he will receive that message and verify the digital signature, and he converted the hash value to the original value and check for the information to be correct. Next, in the 2008 and 9, Bitcoin and blockchains have been started in the world. In the market they have introduced. So in the year of 2010 to 12, Bitcoin and cipher currency plays a major role in the WikiLeaks, which accepting the Bitcoin tokens. And then the year of 2013 to 15, Ethereum and blockchain rise to frame. So after them, 2013 arrived, the blockchain continuously it happens. It moved to the upward strategies. So the blockchain value have been increased within a year. So from $1 million to it have been increased to $22. So 2014, many organizations came forward, like financial institutions and other industries shifted their payment from the normal thing to digital currencies. In the 2015, the people work for the smart contract and decentralized app separately for sending the amount to the particular persons. So the word blockchain, it is a single word, but actually the single word gives about the concepts of accepting our payment in a digital format. So the people of digital commerce and Hyperledger project have been announced by the advisory and education for developing this blockchain. So the Ethereum decentralized automation organization code was exploited for developing this Ethereum network. So from the year of 2017, the blockchain have been increases the level to $20,000. So the Japan, countries like Japan recognizes this Bitcoin as a legal currencies, and many European banks also develop these blockchains. And then one of the Block.one company introduces the EOS blockchain operating system for the commercial purpose and decentralized applications. In the year 2018, the value of the Bitcoins come down. So many of the market have been coming down for using this blockchain technologies. So Google, Twitter and Facebook banned this cryptocurrency advertising. Some South Indian companies also banned it to use such kind of blockchain things. So next we are going to see about decentralization in blockchain. So what is meant by decentralization? What is the model and what is the aim of using this decentralization? So distribution of dependencies and control of decision making. We want to avoid the dependencies and decision making by a single person. We want to make every system to make the decision by their own. What is my aim? My aim is to reduce the trust, responsibilities and dependencies of the central activity which is going to take place. The decentralization main concept is giving the power and authority from one central entity to all others. What is the focus point of decentralization? No central authority. All are equally treated. Power is shared. What is the advantages? The main advantages is redundancy and shared components is going to establish. It is hard to attack all the user, because if we have a server, the server can attack immediately and the things can be taken easily from outside. So if we are having a centralized activities, then easy to attack it. Here we are using, all the users are not going to present in one place. It is not possible to attack easily. So any participants can join and go. If I want to transfer the amount, I can join the nodes. If I don't need it, I can come out. It is an independent one. So what is decentralization in blockchain? It is a peer-to-peer network. It is an effective way to work with unknown parties without trusting each other. So it is a transparent and the data cannot be modified later. But if I want to add anything, I can add it. That is possible in this blockchain along with decentralization. First one is the power is taken place as a no central control authority, we are going to provide it. The second one is it is going to be happen in the architecture level also. Our infrastructure is not going to have no single point of failures. So each one, if I connected with the 5 nodes, the 5 nodes is going to have the copy of all the nodes. So there is no failure going to be taken place. And then we can make an exact copy of the information as another node. So if one system failed, so there is no problem. We can share the information and can use it. Now we are going to see the differences between the centralization and decentralization. First we are going to take place the networking. So in the network, we are going to control. In the centralization, there will be a control person, server and client for particular locations. But in the decentralization, it is all shared. Your authority and control is shared. And then data control. The data is controlled by the server only in the centralization. In the decentralization, everyone has a copy of the data. So anyone can add it and we can verify it through the consensus mechanisms.